Hello and welcome to today's Coppice Dev stream. We have another Sunday stream where we are going to be doing some accessibility work. For those of you who may be new, I am Martin Pilkington. I run a small software company in the northwest of England called MCube Software, and when I'm not doing contract work for other people, I'm working on my own apps. And in this case, Coppice, which we're getting ready for release hopefully in a week or two. We're just finishing up some accessibility work, and then we just have all our various bits and pieces around the manual and support site and everything like that to get sorted. So we'll get straight into it. So if we switch over here, I will show you what we were working on last time. Open up the sample document and we go into our image page and I turn on voiceover.
Voiceover on Coppice. Add table out of sight. Vert image. Your hotspot editor group.
So you can go into the hotspot editor.
In hotspot editor group. Link.
And you can navigate between
empty link https://link text pages.
So you can see that these are linking to the various places, and you can actually invoke it and get the link working. So what we want to do today is get it so that this is working in the edit hotspot screen, but also that you can then go into those links, and rather than interact with them to invoke them, you can actually select them to set the link, or you can interact with the handles to resize them, move them around. And that worked very similarly to how we have done this for cropping. So if we go over here, first thing we want to do is go in here and make sure. Don't believe.
Voiceover on add out of vertic image. Hotspot editor in hotspot editor group.
Right, so the group is empty because the way we implemented this, it is implemented in the view controller and it's implemented in the image editor view mode view controller. So we also need to set it up in the hotspot mode view controller. Copy paste this. Get that working. So how are people in chat today? How's your weekend been going? Are you up to anything on this rather nice Sunday afternoon? That's a bit so people on stream can see what is going on my screen. Hey Sinister, I am good, thank you. How are you today? I'm currently getting this accessibility stuff working in Hotspot editor view. So hopefully this should now just work.
Voice in Hotspot editor group. Content is empty. You are currently in a group. To egg. Voiceover off.
I just need to call that from. Let's see. Good, it's been a relaxing weekend. That's good. Have you been up to anything or just sitting back and doing nothing? I've ended up with a semi-relaxing weekend myself. Somewhat busy yesterday, building D&D, tidying up, planning out my Mac Mini artwork. Oh, that's a fair point. If I can... This. I am. Seeing friends, swimming. Oh, that sounds like a pretty good weekend. This is what I was working out yesterday. So I think I've mentioned before on stream that I've got an old Mac Mini and I'm basically using the case to be like a paper tray thing, but I want to do stuff with the internals. And I've been roughly laying it out. I've got this A2 foam board, and what I want to do is roughly lay it out and then basically pin and glue everything to the foam board and get a frame, and that's probably going to go in my office behind me. So this isn't quite the positions things are going to be in. It's like the rough positions, but I want to make it so that everything is lined up correctly. And then what I might try and do is, like, once things are lined up, like just do black outlines around them with like a marker pen or something like that. But we'll see how it goes. But I spent a part of yesterday disassembling it and cleaning as much like thermal paste off the processors here. Because if I zoom in, I believe this is the processor, and this is the chipset possibly. But yeah, then you've got, I believe that's your Wi-Fi controller, integrated speaker. These are the actual Wi-Fi antennas. So it's been quite fun pulling it to bits. Took a while to do and get properly, but I figure getting this all. Remember, in different in every app. It is Command 9 and so yeah, it's just a case of getting all of this lined up how I want, and then what I'm probably going to do is like paper clips to pin various bits of this. It's a technique that I use in my model making, is you just use paper clips because they're the perfect size for you to pin things. So if I have small paper clip like straightened out that can stick out through all these various holes just to sort of hold it up, and then I can hot glue or sticky back tape all the other bits down, so it should hopefully hold up. And the foam board is fairly hefty. It's just a case of finding a frame that will fit it. So finding a frame the right size is fine. It's finding one with the depth that can fit foam board. So I'm going to be searching for that this week, but that's hopefully going to be some artwork that I can stick on my wall at some point. So it's a cool little hobby project I'm working on. Okay, so let's work out why on earth that is not being invoked. Yeah, artwork featuring hardware is pretty cool when you actually... There are companies that will take things like mobile phones and stuff like that and do like exploded artwork pieces of them, but not really for a computer. Part of that is because the computers can be quite expensive and stuff, but I mean, this is like, it's a 2011 model, so it is pretty old. I mean, the RAM in that picture is two 2GB sticks of DDR3, so it's not very fast and not a lot of memory, and that's probably the most powerful bit of the machine. So it was one of those things of, it's probably going to end up in a landfill, so why not save it from that and try and make some artwork from it.
Voiceover on Coppice. Sample document Coppice.xcode. Voiceover off.
Yes. I also had a backup, part of my new backup solution arrive yesterday morning as well. 8 terabytes of SSD storage, which when you see how small the boxes are and you consider how much you spend on it, it's just like, it doesn't seem quite right. But I mean, I suppose it's no different than getting like a CPU that's expensive and it comes in a pretty small box and it's a fairly small thing.
Sidebar. Hotspot in hotspot link. HTTP link. Text pages link. Text link link. Empty. You are
Okay.
currently on a link. Voiceover off.
Why? Frame wrong. That frame is right. So those frames are right. but those frames are not. Okay. Hotspot. Hotspot. Path for scale. Okay. Hotspot. Back. Okay, so we get that's in Windows. Then what we want? But oh, okay. Do we need this? Maybe we have to do it in view disappear so that it gets set up when we are in the view hierarchy.
No hotspot in hotspot.
There we go. Yep, that
link,
was the
link,
problem.
Link. Text pages. Link. https://coppice.com. You are
Okay.
voiceover off.
So the next thing we want to do is invoking. In fact, let's see. Invoking does.
Voiceover oval hotspot radio inspect vertical hotspot editor oval hotspot rect invert hot image vertical image hotspot oval hotspot radio but caps lock rect inspect verticals hotspot edit in hotspot editor group.
Okay.
Link empty. You are currently on a link inside a group. To click this link, press Control Option Space. To exit this group, press Control Option Shift up arrow.
Okay, so first off, we don't want it to say link. Want it. What types we have? Okay, I think maybe we want to make them button. Changing. Private funks. Date. Roll. So. Oh. I want something else. Right. Right, so this. Well, I know. Self.setup role. Self.set. Self.edit. Else. View mode. Actually, probably just want to set up the label. That will be the same cases. I built failed. Why? After. Right here. Go in and see if it beats him as button.
Hotspot in hotspot editor group. 3 items. Empty image hotspot. You are currently on image https empty image hotspot. https://coppice.com image hotspot. You are currently on image hotspot inside a group. To click this button, press Ctrl Option space. To exit this group, press Ctrl Option Shift up arrow. Voiceover off.
So we have that. Have selection. What we need now is to be able to add our nice hand. So I don't want this to happen. It's editable. And for self dot app. App. False and handle that, and then have those children. Okay, so that built. So let's see what this does. Guessing it will be in the wrong location. Convert.
In hotspot editor group. No visible title to https://coppice.com image hotspot. You are currently no visible title to interact. No visible title to interact. Voiceover off.
That gives you hotspot. That has well out of place. Okay. Get the screen backed from self.hotspot view. Select as this hotspot view. That's done. We can go across. Build and run. That should hopefully run, and then we should hopefully get things appearing at the right point.
Sidebar. No visible title to interact. You are currently on an image. Sidebar. Vertical image. Hotspot editor. In hotspot editor group. No visible title to HTTPS. Text pages. No visible title. No visible title to interact. Empty. Image hotspot. You are currently on an image hotspot inside a group. To click this button, press Control. Voiceover off.
We have them, we just can't get them. Wonder if we converted rather than the button, whatever you make, that may break our clicking our selection. We'll see, but it may let us select the children correctly.
Voiceover up in hotspot editor group.
Yeah.
In empty image hotspot https://coppice. In https://coppice.com text pages image hotspot. You are in text pages. In text pages empty image hotspot.
I will.
You are currently on a text area inside a scroll area. To stop interacting with this self-set accessibility children. Voiceover off.
Have to set them in accessibility order. What we can yes. Right.
Voice. No visible hotspot in hotspot. X
Great point.
Coppice. Sample. HTTP MD image hotspot. Xcode.
Okay, so that is doing.
https://coppice.com image out of hotspot in hotspot editor group https MD image hotspot. You are currently on image
That's
hotspot inside
so,
a group
but
in empty image hotspot. https://coppice text pages image hotspot. You are currently on image hotspot inside a group. To interact with voiceover off.
so why I didn't handle data accessibility handle? Because we're not storing them. We're storing them. Have it bar.
Sidebar. No visible title to hotspot in hotspot editor in empty image h text page in text out of text in text pages image hotspot. Content is X.
So it doesn't seem to want to make them.
Voiceover off.
So that should hopefully get that working. Ah, that's why. Roll handle. Okay. Uh,
Voiceover on cop. Out of scroll area. You are current in very scroll area. You continue Coppice. Sample dot out of vert image. Hotspot in hotspot editor. In empty. Hotspot resize. Hotspot resize handle. You are currently on the handle. Inside out of empty. HTTPS. In HTTPS. Hotspot resize handle. Out of H text pages. In text pages. Image hotspot resize handle. Hotspot resize handle. Hotspot resize handle.
okay.
You are currently on voiceover off.
Now have the resize handles in. What we need to do is hook it up so that these can change. Could be why I'm so sleepy. The window's closed, so I'm not getting some fresh air in. Amazing how big a difference it can make actually getting some fresh air in the room for how awake you feel. Like if you just sat in a room and the windows are closed and you just start feeling sleepy and sleepy, you don't realise how much of that is simply you're in a closed environment and carbon dioxide levels are rising. And you get a blast of fresh air and it starts waking you up, so... Yes, I am a bit of an indoor plant person. I have a few plants. I have some downstairs. I do have a small one in my office. But the thing is, over a certain amount of time, like you'd need quite a lot of plants in an area to like improve it. So it's, I mean, it's not like the carbon dioxide levels are going to get dangerous. It's just even small levels, because for example I currently have my office door closed and I had the windows closed. It just, the temperature starts rising a bit, and after a little while, especially as I'm speaking a lot, it's just things rise up and you start feeling sleepy. And when you do open the window, it can make such a huge difference to how awake you are just getting that fresh air. It's partly why I like to go for a walk around this time of day, because brain does start to lag. And just going, getting the fresh air and waking yourself up again is definitely helpful. I mean, it also helps that it's a cool breeze coming in as well. The main reason I shut the windows is there's kids outside messing about, playing football on the it's like a small field at the back of a church outside my house, and we play football there, and they make a lot of noise, so I end up frequently closing the windows so I don't have to hear them. So right, so we're setting up our recess handle. So what we need to do is we need to get the delegate of the possibly to the layout engine. Because did move handle by delta. What we probably want the layout engine is the ability to say I moved in a particular hotspot probably want the ability to say I moved the editing handle at index X to a certain by a certain delta. So you move hotspot with drag set. Drag set has the down point, the initial points, and the drag handle. So we can have the resize handle on. And what do we need to we set the drag handle to just the resize handle at a certain thing, and then we call move hotspot with our delta, and we're not going to have any modifiers on it. So this should actually be quite easy for us to do. If we added a accessibility move handle at dex by delta. And what we just want to do is let state equals drag state the down point. Well, first we need to guard index is less than rex guard index is rex dot count. Just do guard let handle rect equals handle rex safe dex else return. So the down point we're just going to do handle rect dot midpoint. The initial points are going to be self dot points, and the drag handle is going to be resize handle with the index. Then we're just going to do self dot move hotspot drag state delta no modifiers. I believe delegate, yeah, you need a C point coming back because you may not move by the full delta. So we'll just return the delta for now, just as a test.
In hotspot editor. In empty. In hotspot resize handle. Handle. You are currently on a handle. Insider image hotspot. Voiceover off.
Ooh, sorry. Why was I muted? Don't remember muting myself. Odd. Anyway, all I was going to say was that wasn't working. So I am going to take a short break to get a fresh glass of water. And we'll be back in about 5 minutes or so and take a look at getting this working and find out why it's not resizing things. Hopefully it shouldn't be too hard to get working, and once it is, we're almost done with the accessibility stuff. So I will see you in a few minutes. Okay, I am back. Oddly, check something. Aye, my hotkeys are broken again. On my Viedo tube. Yeah, it would be useful to have a muted state. I mean, I frequently mute and unmute, mostly because I'm like coughing or sneezing or something like that. So it will frequently do that, but I could have it where I switch to a like a muted version. That's certainly a possibility. I might play around with that just so that you can know when I'm temporarily muted. So it would help because it comes up quite a lot. Right. So let's go back here and start working on getting these resize handles actually resizing. So if we go in here, accessibility move handle, we'll see if this actually gets called. Right. So we're going to go here. We're going to turn voiceover on. Go.
No visible title to hotspot in hotspot editor.
Select hotspot editor.
In empty.
Set to handle.
In hotspot resize
Wrapped.
handle.
Move.
You are currently on a text area inside a scroll area. To stop interacting with this scroll area, press Control, Option, Shift up arrow. Coppice is not responding.
No, Coppice is not responding.
Voiceover off.
Right, so handle Rex. Get our handle Rex. Yeah. Point. There. Set the point. Okay. Oh, I bet I know what it is. Why it's cars goes through here, then fires that off. Okay, so what we is accessibility move handle, and what we will do is when this gets do you want it here? No, let's do it here. No, we'll do it in here. So you resize, and then I'm going to do self dot layout engine dot layout dot edit change Maybe we want to do it on the layout engine then. Yeah, let's do it on the layout engine. We add that self no equals hotspot dot handle dex by delta turn delta, but we're going to have to it did change in self. And what went here is, rather than doing the hotspot directly, we're going to do layout engine. Oh, build failed. Why? Of hotspot. Right.
In empty in hotspot resize handle empty image hotspot empty in empty image in hotspot resize handle. You are currently in a group. To exit https in https / in hotspot resize handle.
Okay, so because we're recreating them,
Press Control Option Shift up arrow.
It's throwing it away. So we don't want to recreate all the hotspots when the layout changes. We want to keep hold of them.
Capital I-M-A. Voiceover off.
Right. Let's see how this playing about now. Image editor hotspot does not conform to equatable. Right, so if we go here, voiceover on.
In empty. Image hotspot. Hotspot resize handle. Handle. Out of empty. Image hotspot. Out of hotspot editor. Image. Hotspot editor. Group. In hotspot editor. Group. 3 items. Empty. Image hotspot. https://coppice.com. Image hotspot. You are currently on the image hotspot.
Hey.
Voiceover off.
Right, let's see what this now. Go through.
In hotspot editor.
Okay, so
empty.
these are
Image
correct.
empty.
Go in
Image
here.
Hotspot resize handle. In hotspot resize handle. Hotspot resize handle. Hotspot resize hand. In hotspot resize handle. Handle.
Okay, so the hotspots are created, but we're recreating all the handle.
You are currently on a text area, inside a scroll area. To stop interacting with this scroll area, press Control, Option, Shift, Comment Selection. Self-setup run.
Not do the resize handles. Let's just see what that does. May set us up a lot better.
System dialog. You are currently on a Coppice. Sample document Coppice doc window. Side vertical image. You are no visible type hotspot in hotspot editor. In empty image hotspot. Hotspot resize hand. Hotspot resize handle. Handle. You are currently on the hand. Voiceover off.
R and B. And then what we want to do. Left.hotspot. Editing extra scale 1.grid. So that is going to give us Dex and got those right where I have. How'd you really create them the first time? Oh. That or that. Set the strength to 0 because what we're going to If you give me 1 second, I will be right back. Yeah, sorry about that. Kids playing out back in footballs against the office window. End up having to have words with their parents at some point. Alright, so I want this to be index 1. Get the delegate, get the resize handle. Then we're going to go through these. We're going to get the handle, which is be self.size handle at index. Oh, no. So for index rect in at generated. Get the handle. I'm going to do handle dot set ability set. Oh, an int. That needs to be then a movable accessibility element. Once we do that, handle dot set accessibility frame calling delegate frame not called the delegate. Don't need to do that because what we're going to do we'll just end. It'll be fine. Oh no, we need to get the handles, don't we? Okay. Full handle accessibility element. Dot append. So right. Let's have a look see.
Voiceover. No visible hotspot in hotspot edit. HTTPS. In HTTP hotspot resize in hotspot resize handle 2. Handle.
There we go.
You are currently on a handle. Insider image hotspot.
Okay, so we need to do the delta change, but that's working.
Out of hotspot. Hotspot resize in hotspot resize handle 3. Handle. Out of hotspot resize handle 1.
Okay, so let's get the delta change working. So that's what we need. Right, so what we can result turn right here, that's the delta, and turn point minus new point, which should give us our delta. So we should be able to return that. That would be point to move minus new point, and new point minus point to move. And the best way to find out is just run it and see. Oh. Oh.
No visit hotspot edit in hotspot http md ht in https//coppice in hotspot resize hand.
Okay, so
Voiceover off.
right around. Oh, I didn't realise I was still on the Be Right Back screen. So you haven't seen all the stuff I've been talking about. Hey. I do wonder if for the Be Right Back screen I should make it, rather than a completely different screen, maybe something that just comes up so you can still see the screen, so if I do forget to switch back you can at least see what is going on even if it says Be Right Back on it.
Voiceover on it. No visible type hotspot in empty image hotspot resize in hotspot resize handle 2 handle.
Okay, so that is working. I think Be Right Back on the character's monitor may not be quite enough. I think like a Be Right Back, just a bar going across. So I mean, let's see if I can just quickly throw something together on here. Example.
Obs 2724 Mac. Voiceover off.
So possibly source. Right, set that to black. Right, scale it down. Maybe thing. maybe something probably darker than that. And then so something where you've got a bar going across, and then something like that maybe, where you can still see what's going on behind. Possibly. I'd probably design something a bit better than this, but something where you can still see what's going on behind, so if I forget, I mean, ideally what I need is something that will give me alerts in my ear if I'm talking for too long while OBS is muted, or if I am on the Be Right Back screen and OBS is muted. So, but usually I do remember, because usually when I'm going away and using the Be Right Back, I'm coming right back and starting discussing again. It's only the impromptu Be Right Back, so it becomes a bit of an issue. So it's something where I'm learning. I'm getting better with the muting thing. So okay, so we have editing hotspots done. So one thing I am going to do is, on here, I'm going to make, when you're in edit mode, make the image not accessible. So in here, oh, right, so I think what I need is, I just have to dot cell dot set ability false. That might work. So we want it to be an accessibility element here, and it is.
You are currently on an image. To begin, interact sample.toolbar sidebar verticals hotspot editor. Group.
There we go.
You are currently
You're only on the hotspot editor then.
Inspectors. Rectangle hotspot selected. Oval hotspot. Polygon oval rectangle hotspot inspector. Verticals hotspot editor.
Right, so what we probably want to do is make the actual editor into a group.
Xcode. Coppice. Voiceover off. voiceover on out of image verticals side vertical image hotspot editor group. You in image hotspot editor rectangle oval.
Okay, so that's a lot better structured. So you go sidebar splitter into the hotspot editor, then you can go into and deal with the actual hotspot, or you can change the actual type. So I think what we're going to do, we've got editing hotspots done, so let's turn voiceover off and let's commit. So this is Coppice 404. Add port for editing hotspots. Voiceover. Okay, that is committed. So let's go in here. We're going to solve. Solve. Okay, so we're slowly whittling things down. All we have left to do is creating hotspots, which we'll probably tackle tomorrow, and completions. So we'll get those done, and then it is just finishing off these last bits and pieces of bugs and updating various bits, so we should be in a good place to get moving on a release, potentially the week after. So we'll see how things go, but tomorrow I will probably be doing 2 streams. I'll probably be streaming in the morning and the afternoon. I'm going to try and do that more on Mondays. So we'll see how that goes, but hopefully we can get a lot done. But until then, as always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, rest of your weekend, and happy coding.